Look, one of the things that I'm, being asked to do right now is, go through like new hire orientation, and there's a bunch of, people who just got here maybe August 1st, and I've been on campus for a little bit, so a lot of the information I think I've already heard. But one of the things that I've been trying to do to be intentional is going around and sitting at different tables each day. So, the first day I sat with the other faculty fellows because we kind of had that relationship, talk with them a little bit. The second day, however, actually, you know what? The first day I didn't even sit with the faculty fellows. The first day I was going to sit with the faculty fellows, but then I saw another group of people that I didn't know any of them, and I sat there. And, I met a few different people. I met some folks who are in pharmacy, or they study pharmacy, doctors of pharmacy, I don't know what you call it. I met another guy who was, what was he in? I met a guy who was in liberal arts. I met a guy who was in divinity. I met another guy who was in mental health. And it's like, that was the first day. And I learned so much, from being around those people. I shared, some of the things that I had done. They shared some of the things they had done and, what they wanted to focus on. Yesterday, I met someone who was in mental health again. I met, I met a couple of guys, or one guy in exercise science. I met someone who was in animation, and a couple others who were in social work. And it's like, man, it's really giving. I don't know, just like a whole world of different possibilities. I even had one person who was like, look, I'm thinking about doing this, teaching abroad a little bit, and hosting a study abroad, and I wanted to know if you wanted to go. I'm probably going to go to China. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like this is a work environment, like this is but at the same time, it's like, realistically, I'm trying to see like where my balance is. I have my own research things that I need to do, in addition to trying to understand the different types of service I can lend to this community, the different committees I can be on, and then also teaching. And from the beginning, the one thing that I wasn't really nervous about was actually getting in the classroom and teaching, but seeing so many different people and going through these different sessions and seeing that the day is getting closer and closer and closer. The first day is actually my birthday. It's really exciting. I feel a little bit, I feel a little nervous. I feel a little nervous. But at the same time, I think it's all, really cool. I think it's really good. And I think I have to continue, these things that my mentor has helped me to do, which is meet different people and, set up meetings. Somebody was like, look, let's set up a monthly lunch. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing, to be able to collaborate this much. And it's like, this is just the beginning, so one of the things that I think is important for this role is just branching out and learning from a variety of different people, some who are tenured, some who are new like me, some who are kind of mid-level, or, who've been to different places. I think my experience here is going to be the result of how well I can get out of my shell and really just engage the community as much as possible. So, I have some skills, I have a few skills that I think are going to help me to be able to do that, whether that be me, doing my podcast or my vlogging. I don't really vlog anymore, but the podcast, and I guess keep doing these videos, but somehow find ways to collaborate, doing research, doing conferences, going to conferences, traveling a little bit. I think this might be a spot. This might be a cool little spot. But anyway, you guys can keep following the journey. I think, I'm going to be able to see myself grow, especially through these videos. As you can see right now, I'm not really doing a lot of like production quality or anything like that to these videos. I'm just recording. I'm not really doing much editing. But I guess as I'm getting more comfortable on campus, as I'm getting more, getting my routines in order, I think then I'll, try to increase the quality, but right now it's just not necessary. I'm just trying to get some videos out so that everyone can kind of see this process. So if you're thinking about the journey, too, maybe you can, I don't know, get some inspiration by what I'm doing in some kind of way. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I got another day of orientation today, and hopefully it's, as awesome as it's been the last couple of days. Of course, it's a lot of information. It's a lot of information, and maybe like 60% of it I've already kind of heard or already have done. But the time I get to spend talking with, new people who are also, nervous, who, that is invaluable. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. I hope you guys are having a good day, and hope you continue to have an awesome life. Any questions that you might have, just leave them in the comments section. Continue to like, subscribe if you want to, whatever. I don't care. But I hope you get something from this video. If you do, come on now. Don't do me like that. Anyway, later, guys.